Play ball!
Hello, everyone. Scoonie007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 4-10 Washington Nationals taking on the 9-3 New York Mets. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Nats and the Mets. Nationals won the first game. They're looking to go up 2-game, looking to win the second game here. The Mets, however, looking to tie this series up at 1. And here is the starting lineup for the Washington Nationals. Leading off, the shortstop, Cristian Guzman. Batting second, the second baseman, Ronnie Bellard. Batting third, the third baseman, Ryan Zimmerman. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Nick Johnson in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Lastings Milledge. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Austin Kearns. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Willie Mopena. Batting eighth, the catcher, Johnny Estrada. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Matt Chico. On the mound for the amazing Mets, it is John Maine. Maine comes into the game with a 1.42 ERA. No wins, no losses. He's pitched 12 and 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 2 walks. We're here at Shea Stadium, which gives a +2 to walks and nothing to strikeouts, nothing to home runs. And with that, the home plate umpire dusts off home plate as Cristian Guzman steps up into the batter's box, and we're ready to start. Here's the pitch from Johnny Maine. Cristian Guzman batting at .361. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be a range play. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a pop-up to Casiello. It's a P4. And that'll be the first number here in Casiello. That's his range number. His range rating is a 1. That's a 4. It got past Casiello, and with that, Guzman is safe with a single. So with that, Guzman will get on with a base hit. And let's take a look at the defense for the Mets. Pagan is out there in left field. Beltran is at center. Church at right field, going around the horn. Wright is on third. Reyes at short. Casiello is on second. Dialgo is at first. Schneider behind the plate, and Maine is on the mound. So with a runner on first, that's going to bring up Ronnie Bellard. Infield going to double play depth. Whenever we have a base runner on, we're going to roll for strategy. Strategy in this case is a 9. And nothing to do on the bunt there, nothing else. So the Nationals are going to hold off on strategy. Infield double play. Ronnie Bellard is batting a .476, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a strike on a 1-9 range. Remember, Shea Stadium is neutral on that range. The 19 is too high. We take a look at the D20, and the range is always going to be on a 1-20, on a roll of a D20. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Line drive to Reyes. And no double play there. We're going to roll for a line out double play. So on an L6, on a 1, it'll be to first base. On a 2 through 3, it'll be at second base. That is a 2. Nobody's at second, so no double play. And 1 away. Ryan Zimmerman is up. Zimmerman batting a .293, infield double play depth still. Strategy roll 7, Nationals holding off. And here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a strike. On a 1-10 range, that's going to be a 2. Struck him out. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up Nick Johnson. Johnson batting a 205. Strategy roll is a 5 with the infield at normal depth, and here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a strike. On a 1 to 10, the 12 is too high. And the reason we get that is as a strike from John Main. John Main is a right-handed batter, as a right-handed pitcher. That strike, when we go off the batter's card, we're looking at the batting range. Is he a left or right-handed batter? In this case, he's a left-handed batter, so we'll go to the left-handed side of that slash. That's where we get the strikeout from. 5-1, column 5, row 1. And just like with the pitcher's card, with it being a left-right split, we'll do the same thing on Nick Johnson's card, and that's going to be a double past Church. And with that, Johnson is on with a double because Main is a right-handed pitcher. We'll look at the right-handed side of that slash. So depending on your left-right split there for batter and pitcher, you'll look on the left or the right-handed side of that slash. So with that, Guzman will go to third. The lead on both of these, we roll 1. So we're going to roll for runner advancement. That's a 3. However, on both of these, the lead runner does advance. So first of all, Christian Guzman will score on an RBI double. Now we go to Nick Johnson. Lead runner advances if roll is less than or equal to. Base run rating is a 3. That's a 3. And he'll advance to third, beating the throw. So that's going to be a extra base for Nick Johnson. And it's 1-0 Nationals. Lasting Millage is up. He's batting a 218. Strategy roll is a 16, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1 to 11. Remember, we're adding 2 to that range. That's going to be a 15. The 16 is too high. I'm sorry, the 15 is too high. 16, nothing doing the strategy roll there. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a base hit past Reyes. And that's an RBI single, and the Nationals are up 2-0. So we have a strategy roll of a 4. Are they going to send him to steal? Yes, they are. They're going to send him to steal as Austin Kearns, who's batting a 154. Strategy roll is a 4. It's a steal attempt. And that's going to be a 5. It's going to be a -1. Millage is a right-handed batter. So we'll take a look here at the right-handed side of the slash on the stolen base rating. And that is a -1. Nothing from the pitcher. So stolen base rating is runner's stolen base plus pitcher's SB plus the catcher's arm. So in this case, Schneider's range is a 0 on that. And with that, Millage will go to second. Still second. Here's the pitch to Kearns. Kearns, 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a wild pitch. On a 1 to 12, it's a wild pitch. On a 13 to 14, it's a passed ball. That's a 16. The 16 is too high. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a single pass right. And that'll put runners on the corners. Two outs with runners on the corners. With 2 outs, we add a +1 to the base run rating. So that's why Millage's base run rating is a 3 and Kearns is a 4. Respectively, they would be a 2 and a 3. Penham batting a 455. Strategy roll is a 17, and here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a wild pitch. We'll look at the wild pitch and pass ball rating. That's going to be a 2, and that's going to be a wild pitch. That's going to drive in a run. And just a bit outside there. That's going to drive in a run. So Millage will score on a wild pitch. Kearns will go to second, and here is the response for Penna. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a double star 2. We'll take a look up here at the double star line. We'll come over to the number 2, and we see that's going to be a fly ball out there to Beltray. And that will retire the side. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Jose Reyes. And here is the starting lineup for the New York Mets. Leading off the shortstop, Jose Reyes. Batting second, the right fielder, Ryan Church. Batting third, the third baseman, David Wright. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the center fielder, Carlos Beltray. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Carlos Dilago. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Angel Pagan. Batting seventh, the catcher, Brian Schneider. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Luis Castillo. And batting ninth, the pitcher, John Maine. On the mound for the Nationals, it is going to be Matt Chico. Chico comes in the game with a 4.05 ERA. No wins, no losses. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 21 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 6 walks. And here is the pitch to Jose Reyes. He's batting at .326. 1-3, column 1, row 3 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Shea Stadium for this play. So every stadium has their own ballpark card. Anytime you roll the @ symbol, we check the result on the ballpark card. In this case, we'll go to Shea Stadium. Shea, 3-4, column 3, row 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to first base. Johnson will make the catch. And out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Washington Nationals. Penna out there in left field. Millage will be at center. Kearns at right field. Going around the horn, Zimmerman on third. Guzman's playing short. Bellard at second. Johnson's at first. Estrada behind the plate, and Chico is on the bump. And Ryan Church batting at .311, and here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-13. That's going to be a 5. We always check the D20 on strikeouts and walk ranges. That's going to be a 5. Struck him out. And 2 away, and that's going to bring up David Wright. Wright batting a .308, and here's the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball, and David Wright smacks that one into the stands. We're going to re-roll the dice. 4-3, column 4, row 3, HBP. That's a hit by pitch. That's going to be a 0. Matt Chico will give a -5 to that range. So hit by pitch range is a -5. We'll come here to David Wright's hit by pitch. That's a 0. The 15 is too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Bellard, who will make the catch. Throw it over to first base for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down as the Nationals retire the Mets in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1, it's Nats 3, Mets nothing. We go to the top of the second. Johnny Estrada, Matt Chico, and Christian Guzman due up for the Nats. Johnny Estrada, first time we're seeing him. He's played in 2 games, 5 at-bats, does have an RBI. No average just yet, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-4, the 12 is too high. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a single down the first baseline past Dialgo. And with that, Estrada is on with a base hit. So infield going to come in. Strategy rolls a 13. It's a sacrifice play. So we'll come over here to the button chart on a 2 through 19. The 13 is in that range. Chico's bunt attempt is a 4. His range is a 4, so that's where we get the sacrifice play coming up. So it is a sac play, infield playing in, and here is the pitch to Matt Chico. Chico, by the way, is batting a 361, 6-1, column 6, row 1. Strikeout plus, we add 10 to that number, to that range. That's going to be a 16. So the 1 to 16, the 14 is too high. The 14 in range struck him out looking. So 1 away. Infield now is going to go to double play. Mets go to double play depth. Strategy roll is a 14. Remember, when we have a runner on, first thing we do, we roll for strategy. Top of the order, Christian Guzman, and here is the pitch. Guzman, 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 16, the 10 is too high. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Ground ball to Castillo. Castillo's range on a G4. The pivot's going to be the shortstop. We're going to take a look for the double play here. Do we get the double play? That's going to be a -1. That's a 0. That's going to be a 1. So no for the double play. Base running is a 0. That's going to be a 4. We'll take a look at the middle line here. The roll is higher. So with that, Estrada will get forced down at second. So Estrada goes to second, only to be tagged out by Reyes. And Guzman is on with a fielder's choice. Two up and 2 down, and Ronnie Bellard is up. He's 0 for 1. Runner on first. Strategy rolls a 14, and here is the pitch. Infield normal depth. Bellard 0 for 1. 1-4. Column 1. Row 4. Strikeout. On a 1 to 9, the 20 is too high. 1-1. Column 1. Row 1. Fly ball out there to Pagan. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Carlos Beltre, Carlos Dialgo, and Angel Pagan due up for the Miracle Mets. For the amazing Mets. Carlos Beltre batting a 292, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's a strikeout. On a 1 to 8, the 12 is too high. That's going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a base hit to Penna out there to left field. So he smacks a single out there in a shallow left field. And that's going to bring up Carlos Dialgo. Dialgo batting a 255. Strategy roll is a 19 with the infield double play. Here's the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a single to Johnson. Now we'll take a look for a runner advancement for Carlos Beltre. Beltre's base running is a 3. He'll go from first to third on a 2 through 6. That's a 3. It's in range. He'll pick up the extra base. And that puts runners on the corners for the Mets. Infield double play depth. They're trying to go for the double play here. Angel Pagan batting at 326. Strategy rolls a 13. And here's the pitch. 1-4. Column 1, row 4, that's going to be a walk. On a 1-4, the 7 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3, that's going to be a pop-up to Guzman. And that's going to be out number 1. 1 away with the infield still at double play depth. Brian Schneider up. Schneider batting a .325. Strategy roll 15, and here's the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Home run! That's a 0. The 12 is too high. Schneider's range is a 0. Nothing there. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a base hit to Bellard. And it's an RBI single. So Carlos Beltre will score. It's 3-1 Nationals. And that's going to bring up Luis Castillo. Castillo batting a .242. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 1. And that's going to be 6-3. Column 6, row 3. That's going to be a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Double star 5 will come up here to the double star line. Come over to the 5th number, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Kearns. And the reason this S1 is a blank, Chico has not faced his number of batters yet. Oh. And that is out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up John Maine. Maine batting a .200. Strategy roll is a 9. 2 on, 2 outs, and here's the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. Wild pitch on a 1-2. It's a passed ball. That's a 1. It's a passed ball. It's a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's a strikeout. That's going to be a 24. That's a 15. Struck him out. So, one run, 3 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the after 2. It's Nationals 3, Mets 1. We go to the top of the 3rd. Ryan Zimmerman, Nick Johnson, and Lastings Millage due up for the Nats. Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here's the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a wild pitch. Nobody's on, so we consider that a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-11, the 19 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. And that's going to be a ground ball to Reyes. And that is out number 1, Nick Johnson. 1 for 1 today with a double, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Foul ball. It's a wild pitch. Went wild. If we consider that foul, nobody on. 1-2. Column 1, row 2. That's going to be hit by the pitch. Maine's hit by pitch rating is a -2. That's going to be an 18, so it lowers the range by 2. 18, we'll take a look at the D20. That's a 10, and he got hit by the pitch. So with that, Nick Johnson is on as he got hit by the pitch. Umpire warns the pitcher not to do it again. Lasting Millage is 1 for 1 today with a run and an RBI. Strategy rolls a 14. Infield double play, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5, that's going to be a walk. We add 2 to the range. That's going to be an 11. That's a 3. And that's going to be a walk. So runners on first and second. Austin Kearns is up. He's 1 for 1 today. And here's the pitch. Infield normal depth. Kearns, 3-3, column 3, row 3. Wild pitch. We've been hitting that a lot today so far in this game. 19 out of the range. On a 1 to 12, it's a wild pitch. On a 13 to 14, passed ball, nothing happens. 3-3, column 3, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Church. Johnson will get the hold sign. Fly outs, runners on second with less than 2 outs. Hit to F9. It's the base run rating. If 1d6 less than or equal to the adjusted base run, the runner will advance to third. Otherwise, hold. Church is a -1. So that's where we get the 1 from. So with that, Penna is up. He's 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. Strategy rolls an 18. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 11, that's a 10. That's going to load the bases. So with the bases loaded, Johnny Estrada will come up. He's 1 for 1 today with a 1. He's 1 for 1 today. Bases loaded, strategy rolls a 9, 2 outs, bases loaded, the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a double star. It's going to be randomized on the top here. In the actual game, you roll a D6 for that. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Beltre. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and 3 left on. For the Nats, we go to the bottom of the third. Jose Reyes, Ryan Church, and David Wright due up for the Mets. Top of the order, Jose Reyes is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. Possible error on a ground ball. Reyes 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is going to be a double out there past Kearns. Error range for Kearns is on a 1 to 5. That's at 8. No error there. And Reyes will lead off with a double. Anytime we roll a 20 on the strategy die, that is going to be a pickoff attempt. So Matt does not pick anyone off, but I still show that off. And with that, Church is up. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up. And here's the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Home run on a 1 to 12. The 20 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a base hit past Johnson. And that's going to put runners on the corners for the Mets. Nobody out. Runner. So runners on first and third. David Wright is up. Wright is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 3, and here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 8. That's a 5. Struck him out. And 1 away, and that's going to bring up Carlos Beltre. Beltre is 1 for 1 today with a run scored. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy roll 19, Mets holding off, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's a range play. So we're going to check the first numbers. 3-3, column 3, row 3. It's a power hit to left field to Penna. That's going to be a 6 for a double. Penna's ranges on a 1-2. That's a 4. It got by him. That's going to be a double. It's now 3-2. Church will hold. That's going to be a 0. Come over here to this chart here. If the ABR, the adjusted base run rating, is less than 1, the runner will hold. So what that chart will hold, and that's going to bring up Carlos Dialgo. He's 1 for 1. Strategy roll is a 3, infield normal depth, and here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a wild pitch. On a 1-2, it's a passed ball. The 6 is too high. 5-4, column 5, row 4. That's going to be a base hit past Guzman. So column 5, row 4, base hit. Out there past the shortstop. Beltre will go. We already have 1 run score. Do we have another one? Carlos will go from second to home on a 3-6. That's a 3. And the Mets take a 1-run lead. 2-run score on a single by Carlos Dialgo, giving the Mets a lead of 4-1. Angel Pagan is up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 14, infield double play. And here is the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-4, that's a 3. That's going to be a walk. And with that, runners on first and second. Brian Schneider up. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Strategy roll is a 7, infield normal depth. The pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6, possible error on the throw. 4-6, column 4, row 6, double star 1. That's a fly ball out there to left field. It's a Penna. Penna will make the catch. Dialgo will hold. 2 outs. So 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Luis Castillo. He's 0 for 1 today. Runners on first and second. Strategy rolls a 13. And here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Possible error. 1-3, column 1, row 3. It's a ground ball to Zimmerman. His error range is the number in the brackets. That's going to be a 7. The 17 is too high. No error there. And that will retire the side. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors after 3. It's Mets 4, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 4th. Matt Chico, Christian Guzman, and Ronnie Bell are due up for the Nats. Matt Chico 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Double question mark. We'll take a look at the question mark line. This is the only time where we do follow the bracket on a double question mark only for right now. It's a double star and a 1-14. That's going to be a 2. It's an auto out. And that auto out is going to be out there to Pagan. 1 away. We go to the top of the order. Christian Guzman is 1 for 2 today with a run scored. And here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. Once again, that's going to be a double question mark. And that's going to be on a 1 to 14 range. That's going to be a 7. And that's going to be another out, and it's going to be this time a fly ball out to the Beltray. So 2 out, 2 up, 2 down. Ronnie Bellard is up. Bellard is 0 for 2 today, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be a range play. And 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's. So remember, we'll take a look at the range. It's a double start 2. Fly ball out to the Beltray. Beltray's range is on a 1 to 4. That's a 4. Beltray goes back, makes the catch, and retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Mets retire the Nationals. In order, we go to the bottom of the 4th. John Maine, Jose Reyes, and Ryan Church due up for the Mets. John Maine today is 0 for 1 with the strikeout, and here's the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 14, the 16 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2, ground ball to Bellard. And Bellard will make the catch, throw it over to Johnson for out number 1, and we go to the top of the order. Jose Reyes is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, the 19 is too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Kurds. And that's going to be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Ryan Church is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a run scored, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 13, that's going to be a 13. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors as the Nationals retire the Mets in order after 4. It's Mets 4, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 5th. It's going to be Ryan Zimmerman, Nick Johnson, and Lasting Millage due up. Ryan Zimmerman is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball, nobody is on, so we're going to re-roll the dice. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. John Maine can face 4 more batters, so most likely this is going to be his last inning. Strikeout range on a 1 to 10, that's going to be a 5. Struck him out. Nick Johnson is up. Johnson is 1 for 1 with a double, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Home run chance on a 1 to 17. The 20 is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a double to Church. And it bounces off the wall. It's a 1-hopper, and with that, Johnson is on with a double. Lasting Millage is up. He's 1 for 1 today with a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 14, 1 out, infield normal depth, and here's the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Possible error. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Ground ball to right. Right range is the 1 to 8. That's the error range. That's going to be an 18. That's the check we're doing. No error there. And the out will be at first. Johnson will hold. Runners only advance on a roll of a 6 to third base. So 2 outs and Austin Kearns is up. Kearns is 1 for 2 today, and here is the pitch. Strategy roll is an 8. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 14, that's going to be a 10, and that's going to be a walk. So 2 up, 2 on, and that's going to bring up Willie Mo Penna. Penna is 0 for 1 today with a walk. John Main has now faced all of the number of batters he can face. So that is going to bring into play the S1 in the bracket. That's going to change the strikeout in the bracket here in a row run. Row 1, column 6, that's going to change that strikeout to a walk now. And as always, the double question mark will be in play. 4-4, column 4, row 4, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Shea Stadium. 4-2, column 4, row 2, ground ball to Reyes. It's a ground ball to short, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. David Wright, Carlos Beltre, and Carlos Diogo due up. David Wright is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be an error on it's a possible error on a ground ball. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a base hit to Guzman. And with that, David Wright is on with a base hit. So strategy roll is a 4, and that's going to bring up a hit and run. That's going to bring they're going to bring the corners in for this hit and run. So the reason how we get a hit and run, it's going to be +2 from the ATT number. So that's going to be a 2. So it's going to be +2. So either on a 3 or a 4 with the runner on. So with that, all ground, and here's how hit and runs work. All ground double plays get a -2. Base run ratings will get a +2. Home run and walk rates for the batter are cut in half. We round those down. Lineouts are double plays, exception on an error on a throw on the ET question mark. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve it as a steal. Carlos Beltre is up. He's 2 for 2, and here's the pitch. Got a double, 2 runs and an RBI. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 8, the 11 is too high. 6-4, column 6, row 4. It's a ground ball to second to Bellard. And with that, we'll take a look at the double play rating here. That's going to be a 0. Guzman, who's the pivot, is going to be a 0 on a G4. Right-handed batter, pivot is going to be the shortstop. So that's going to be a 0. That's a 0 there. We'll roll 1d6 against that rating there. That's a 2. It's less than the base run rating. So that means David Wright will advance. So it's greater than the ground double play, but less than the base run rating. So in that case, Wright will advance, and the out will be at first. So with that, Wright will get to second on a fielder's choice. They're going to get Beltre out at first. Carlos Diogo is 2 for 2 with a double. Strategy rolls an 18, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a home run. Diogo's home run range is a 1 to 19. That's an 11, and that ball is out of here. Down the right field line. Kern's going back to the wall. That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is out of here. 2-run home run for the Mets for Carlos Diogo. It's now 6-3 Mets. Angel Pagan is 0 for 1 today, and with that, Chico can face 2 more batters. Pagan 0 for 1 with a walk, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a blank. If he was left, Pagan bang switch. So in this case, he's batting right. That's going to be a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3. And that is going to be a pop-up to Guzman. 2 away. Brian Schneider is up, and with that, Chico is down to his last out. Schneider is 1 for 2 with an RBI, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a base hit. So with that, Schneider batting left, and that's going to be a base hit past the pitcher. Guzman won't get that. With that, Chico is now exhausted. He has faced the number of batters he can face. So remember, when that happens, on column 2, row 3, that W now takes over for the strikeout. That S1 now comes into play. And here is the pitch. Here is the pitch to Luis Castillo, who's 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 7, infield normal depth. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-16, the 18 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Johnson. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors after 5. And none left on after 5. It's Mets 6, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the, after 5. We go to the top of the 6th. Johnny Estrada, Matt Chico, and Christian Guzman do up for the Nationals. And with that, Johnny Main will get pulled. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Mets. And they are going to bring in Ryan Stokes. That is his card. Stokes will come into the game with a 1.80 ERA. No wins, no losses. He's pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for John Main. Main went 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 2.54. Here is the pitch to Johnny Estrada. Estrada's batting. He's 1 for 2 today, and here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout. That's going to be at the ballpark. We're going to go to Shea Stadium. We go to the ballpark card. 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a power hit to Pagan. Pagan on a 1-2. That's going to be good for a base hit. And with that, Johnny Estrada will get on with leads off with a base hit. Matt Chico coming out. And they are going to bring in Ryan. Yep. Ryan will come in. He's batting at 333. He'll come in to pinch hit. Strategy roll is a 9. Infield double play depth. And here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be a base hit. And that's a base hit past Stokes. And the Estrada will go over to second. He'll hold. He'll go from first to third on a 4 through 6. Base run rating is a 1. Top of the order, Christian Guzman, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Strategy roll is a 19, and here is the pitch. Nationals holding off 4-4. Column 4, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout plus. Remember, we had 10 to that range. 1 to 17, that's going to be a 12. Struck him out looking. So 1 away, runners on first and second. Ronnie Bellard up. Bellard is 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 9, that's going to be a 5. Struck him out. So 2 up, 2 down, and Ryan Zimmerman is up. Zimmerman is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Strategy rolls a 3, and here is the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's an S5. It's a single past third base. And that will load the bases. Estrada will hold. He'll come home from a 2 on. He'll go from second to home on a 5 through 6. That's a 2. He'll get the hold side. Nick Johnson, 2 for 2 today. 2 doubles, a run, an RBI. Strategy rolls a 6, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's a strikeout. That's a 10. That's going to be a 1. Remember, the range is 1 to 10. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors. And they leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Brian Stokes, Jose Reyes, and Ryan Church drew up for the Mets. And they are going to bring in Garrett Mock. Garrett Mock will come in to relieve. That's his card. Mock, no ERA. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And with that, Brian, let's take a look at the stats here for Matt Chico. Chico went 5 innings. He allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run, an ERA of a 5.40. So with that, Brian Stokes not taking the hit. And they're going to bring in Marlon Anderson to pinch hit. Anderson batting a 500. Here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 10. That's a 1. Struck him out. Struck him out, and we go to the top of the order. Jose Reyes is 1 for 3 today with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 6-2, column 6, row 2. That's going to be a walk plus. So in a walk plus, we add 10 plus the range of +2. So we're technically adding 12. That's going to be a 20. That's a 5, and that's going to be a walk. So run it with as Jose Reyes will trot on down to first. That's going to bring up Ryan Church. Church is 1 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a run scored. Here is the pitch to Church. Strategy rolls a 19. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a blank. Remember, Church is a left-handed batter. We'll look at the left-handed side of that slash. 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a ground ball to Guzman. And that's going to be a double play. And how we get that is this. We'll roll against that. So the range is a +1. It's roll versus hitter's ground double play plus pitcher's double play rating plus the pivot. So Bellard is a 0. Hit to a G6, it's going to be, the pivot is going to be Bellard for second base. And that is going to be a 1, and that is a double play. It's a 6-4-3 double play. 6-4-3 double play retires the side after 6. It's no runs, no hits, and no errors after 6. It's Mets 6, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 7th. And with that, it's going to be last thing's millage. Austin Kearns and Willie Mo Pena due up for the Nats. And with that, the Mets are going back to the bullpen. And they're going to bring in Carlos Munoz to pitch. That's his card. Munoz will come into the game with an 8.18. He's got 1 win, no losses. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings. Allowed 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Take a look at the stats here for Brian Stokes. Stokes went 1 inning. Allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 1.50. Here is the pitch to last thing's millage. Top of the 7th. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. And that's going to be in a 1-9. That's a 2. Struck him out. And 1 away. Austin Kearns. Kearns is 1 for 2 with a walk. And here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 4-3, column 4, row 3. Home run chance on a 1-11. So home run question mark means it could be a home run, but we have to check ranges here. On a 1-11, the 14 is too high. So that's going to negate the check from the batter's card. 2-5, column 2, row 5 instead. He smacks it out there to Beltre. Beltre will go back and make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And with that, Willie Mo Pena will come up. Pena is 0 for 2 today with a walk, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3. And that's going to be a strike on a 1-15. The 19 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Fly ball out there to Church. as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Garrett Mach staying in for another inning. Let's take a look at the box score of this game so far here at Shea Stadium. The Nats scoring the only 3 runs in the first inning. 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. The Mets scored a run in the second, 3 runs in the third, 2 runs in the fifth, 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Mets we go to the bottom of the 7th, and remember, no lead is safe here in inside pitch. David Wright is 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a run scored. Here is the pitch to get from Garrett Mach. 1-6, column 1, row 6, strikeout on a 1-9. The 20 is too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Bellard. And that's going to be out number 1, 1 away, and Carlos Beltre will come up. He's 2 for 3 with a double, a run, and an RBI. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. That's a 7. Struck him out. And next up, it's going to be Carlos Dialgo. Dialgo is 3 for 3 today with a home run, a run, and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. Home run chance. That's a 0. Not gonna happen. A 19 is too high. 2-5, column 2, row 5. Instead, it's a base hit out there into center field. So with that, Dialgo is on with a base hit, 2 outs and a runner on. With that, remember, with 2 on, base run rating will get a +1. Strategy roll is a 19. Angel Pagan is up. Pagan is 0 for 2. And here, Pagan not taking the hit. Instead, they're going to bring in Brandy Clark. So Clark is going to come in to take the pinch hit here. And here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-13. That's a 13, and that's going to be a walk. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. Brian Schneider is up. Schneider, 2 for 3, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a walk. That's going to be a 1-12. That's going to be a 3, and that loads the bases. Bases loaded. They're going to go out and talk to him on the mound real quick. They're going to call a timeout and find out what's going on here. All right, with that, umpire calls everyone back. Luis Castillo is up. He's 0 for 3 today. And here is Castillo not taking the hit. And they're going to bring in Reyes to take over as a pinch hitter for second for this. So Reagan is batting a 167, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be a walk plus. That's a 1-16. The 17 is too high. 1-1, column 1, row 1, ground ball to Mach. And he'll make the catch. They left him in there to finish out the inning. So with that, over at second base, Reyes will take over at second, and for left fielder, Clark will come in to take over at left field. That's the only changes. No runs, one hit, no errors. We go after 7. It's Mets 6, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 8th. Johnny Estrada, Garrett Mock, and Christian Guzman do up. Carlos Munoz is going to come out. So we have a switch right switch coming up. And they're going to bring in Aaron Hillman. Actually, they're going to bring in Scott. Here. Scott's going to come into the game. First time, I think this is the first time we've seen him. No, he's pitched in 2 innings. He's pitched 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks just yet. No ERA. Taking a look at the stats here for Carlos Munoz. Munoz went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 6.28. Top of the 8th, Johnny Estrada, Garrett Monk, and Christian Guzman do up for the Nats. Here is the pitch to Johnny Estrada. 1-2, column 1, row 2. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-4, the 12 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1, line drive to first base to Diago. And that's going to be out number 1, 1 away. Garrett Mock not taking the hit. And they're going to bring in Will Nevers to come in. Nevers, first time we're seeing him. 1 game played, first time at bat, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a double question mark on a 1-7 range. It's a single on a 1-7 since he's a right-handed batter. 17 too high. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Instead, it's a ground ball to short. Reyes will get that, throw it over to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. We go to the top of the order. Christian Guzman will step up. He's 1 for 4 today with a strikeout and a run. And here's the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Column 1, row 3. That is going to be a blank. We go to Guzman's card now. Guzman 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a ground ball to Reyes. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Mets retire the Nats in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Scott, Jose, and Ryan do up for the Mets. And they are going to bring in Mike Hinckley. That's his card. Hinckley will come in. Hinckley comes into the game with a 2.73 ERA. He's pitched 1/3, 3 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Garrett Mock. Mock went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 0. Scott not taking the hit here. And they're going to bring in Fernando Tatis to come in to pinch hit, the right-handed batter. Comes into the game batting a .500. We do have a couple changes here to the defense. Bellard coming out. And in Bellard's, it's going to be Anderson Hernandez will come in to play second. And at first base, we're going to have Aaron Boone. And that is going to be they're also going to do a double switch there. Penna out there in left field. They're going to bring in Willie Harris. Harris will take over in left field. So that's the changes to. If you want to do anything else, center field. No, they're good with that. So that's going to be the changes right now to the defense for the Nats. Fernando Tatis is up. He's batting a .500, and here is the pitch. It's Scott, Jose, and Ryan due up for the Mets. Bottom of the 8th. 1-4, column 1, row 4, double star. It's going to be a fly ball out there to Harris. We'll take a look at the double star line, and that's going to be randomized. Remember, in the actual game, when you roll off of the batters of the pitcher's card for the double star line, you are going to roll 1d6 for that. Jose Reyes is up. He's 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, and a run. 1 out, top of the order. Five, column 5, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, the 15 is too high. 3, column 3, row 3. Power hit to Millage. On a 17, that's a fly ball. Millage goes back to the wall, makes a jump at the track, and makes the catch 2 away. Ryan Church is up. Church is 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and a run. And here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. Double star. That's a ground ball to Guzman. Guzman will take it, throw it over to Boone for out number 3. And that will retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th. And they're going to bring in Pedro Felicio to close out the game. They're going to go for the save. It's no runs, no hits, and no errors. After 8, it's Mets 6, Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? And do up for the Nets. Aaron Boone, Ryan Zimmerman, and Anderson Hernandez. Pedro will come into the game. No ERA. He's got 1 save, 3 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Scott. He went 1 inning, no ERA. Here is the pitch to Aaron Boone. 4-6, column 4, row 6, possible error. So possible error on a throw. 1-2, column 1, row 2. Power hit to Church. That's going to be an 18. So on a 14 to 19, we roll 1d20. That's going to be a triple. And Boone is on, who is batting a 182. gets on with a triple. No error there. Church's error range is on a 1 to 5. The 7 is too high. Right center field, it goes down the line. It goes over. And with that, Boone hustles past second. He'll get to 3 on a he'll take 3 standing. And let's take a look at the box score real quick after 8 innings have been played. The Nats scored the only run back in the first inning, 3 runs on 10 hits with no errors. The Mets, nothing in the 8th, but they did score a run in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. 2 runs in the 5th, 6 runs on 11 hits, and Aaron Boone right now on 3rd as Ryan Zimmerman comes up. Zimmerman, do they want to keep him in? Yes, they are going to keep Zimmerman in, and here is the pitch. Zimmerman, 5-3, column 5, row 3. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Shea Stadium. 1-6, column 1, row 6. Fly ball out there to Clark. That is an out. That's going to be out number 1. And with that, it's a failed SF roll. Use throw chart with only BR and outfielder of the arm. So the sacrifice, the SF roll failed. We are gonna check to see if Boone comes home, and that is a 2. If roll is less than or equal to the ABR, then the runner will advance, and with that, Boone will come home to score. And with that, it's a 2-run game. Anderson Hernandez is up. He's batting a 600, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. Strikeout plus on a 1 to 18. The 16 in range. Struck him out looking. So 2 away, we go to lasting millage. With that, Pedro has faced the number of batters he can face. Lasting millage is 1 for 3 with a walk, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Shea Stadium. 5-2, column 5, row 2. Fly ball out there to Church. Church goes back, sees it, makes the catch. And that's the game, and the Mets defeat the Nationals 6-4. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. And final line score coming right up, right after this. So with that, the Mets will defeat the Nationals 6-4. Final line score of the game, the Nationals 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. The Mets 6 runs on 11 hits with no errors. John Maine will get the win. Matt Chico will get the loss. Pedro Felicio will pick up his 2nd save of the season. And with that, Carlos Thiago will hit his 3rd home run. Taking a look at the stats here, John Maine picks up the win. He went 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 2.54. Matt Chico, who will pick up the loss, and that's going to be his first loss. 5 innings, allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run, an ERA of a 5.40. Mike Hinckley, the last pitcher up for the Nats, he went 1 inning, ERA of a 2.10. Pedro Felicio picks up his 2nd save. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, and 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 2.25. So with that, the Nats will drop to 4-10, and the Mets will improve to 10-3. And that will tie the series up at 1 game apiece. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstiles as you catch the 7 train here in Flushing. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go live, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, I'm Scooney 007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.